what barometer should we use to decide whether a federal judge ought to create a new right or the people's elected representatives through a Congress or a legislature? What's the standard you use there?
Senator, we have co-equal branches of government. The legislature does the policy making, the judiciary.
Yeah, but what's the standard? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we had this problem in the last administration, and we have it in this administration. If you could just answer my question, because 5 minutes just goes like that. What standard do you use personally to decide whether a new right ought to be created by a federal judge or by the United States Congress if it's a federal right?
Senator, I would be applying precedent, and precedent
I
has
stipulate
standards of
that you're
review.
going to apply precedent. I stipulate that, so let's take that off the table. What standard should be used to determine whether a new right ought to be created by a court, a federal judge, unelected, appointed for life, or a United States Congress?
Senator, appellate courts have standards of review when looking toward lower court decisions, and I would
Come on,
apply that
Counselor, you're not answering my question. It's a real simple question, and you're very smart, and you know what I'm asking. You believe in a living Constitution, okay? I get that. That's a legitimate point of view. You say you don't understand what an originalist is, but I don't think you're being candid there. But this is what let me ask my question again. What standard should be used to decide if you're going to create a new right in the Constitution, whether that right ought to be created by a federal judge or the people's elected representatives? Very simple.
Senator, the federal courts are of limited jurisdiction. The appellate courts sit in between a Supreme Court.
Okay, you're not going to answer it. I get it.